think for the teachers now, especially like from if they're teaching from home, it might be very difficult for them because when I was in the school, like many of the teachers, although technology, when I study technology, and most people don't think of this or they don't know like the real definition of technology. When we get down to they're like even a pencil, paper, those are like technology. But when it comes to like at that time projectors and yeah, that's we didn't have like the whiteboard. We got the whiteboard like I think like later in the year some teachers
Yeah,
did, but many of them didn't know how to use a projector. They didn't really know how to integrate other sources like websites and things like that that
yeah.
students could use for learning. So but once I asked for, it's like, please, can I use the projector? And I was using that, and then other teachers started asking me, can you show me how to do this, or how are you like integrating all these sources into your lessons? So I in a way started teaching them. So I can imagine, because some of them, they were used to like the old school way, like using a
Yeah.
textbook and writing. So now from home it may be even more difficult uh, for some to be able to teach that way.
And you're right. I think my biggest thing, and this is something I've been trying to hammer out since I've been home, is
Hmm.
how am I going to get my kids actively involved in their own learning other than, I mean, I've got the worksheets down pat, I've got the videos down pat, but I need them to do some hands-on things.
Hmm.
And so one of the things that I'm going to attempt to do is just short lab videos of things that they actually have at home.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm going to do some grow videos for photosynthesis. I'm going to have them post leaves that they have around their house, their homes, and we're going to talk about why leaves are green and take a look at the front side and the back side of a leaf to look at the stoma, which allows for cellular
Yeah.
respiration and photosynthesis. And, how am I going to get them involved instead of just sitting at a computer and looking at a screen and taking notes? Because
Hmm.
I'm a very, very hands on person. It's how I taught in the military, it's how I taught college, it's how I taught high school, how I taught middle school. It's what can they do at home that they that they could have done in the classroom to make it
Hmm.
simple. I mean, I have some density labs that I'm going to do um, of things that they can actually use at home. There's
Yes.
one lab in particular that I really want to do. I want to try it, so I got to see if I can get it to work. I want to use gelatin as a growth
Hmm.
media for seeds. And
Ah.
yeah, so I want to be posting daily growth so they can see how the root comes out, how the leaf comes out, and so on and so forth. So, I want them to get involved because here we have all kinds of things that grow here that
Hmm.
don't grow all over the United States.
Hmm.
This is one state that you can walk down the street and pick oranges, tangerines, papayas, um,
Oh.
mango, all of those things. So as we go through photosynthesis, is it going to
Mm.
hurt them to go pick a mango or find a papaya and take the seeds out and look at
Yes.
them? That's something they can do at home.
Yes.
So, or if they have pets, if they have dogs, okay, take a picture of your dog, upload the picture. Let's look at the differences
Mm.
in your particular dogs. So, would what breed of dog do you have?
Hmm.
So we can talk about selective breeding and artificial selection and all of that with just them, with what they have at home.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm kind
And
of excited to try some of these things.
I'm excited too because I was just thinking about going back to when you said you make it relevant to them, and it's
Yeah,
so relevant because they're going through their environment and integrating that into their learning.
Mhm.
So, and you're just kind of guiding them through it. And so, like you
Yeah.
mentioned, the picture of their dog, like they probably like their dog or enjoy their dog, but then they're going to learn so much more about it by doing
Mhm.
the activity or the lesson. So,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So I hope
Oh,
some of the
cats too,
educators.
y'all. I had to say cats too. Although I'm not a cat person, cats too, because some kids don't have dogs. Some of them have cats. So yeah.
Okay, well, cats are my favorite animals. So, like, I
But
don't
you
have
know,
any.
yeah, but you understand what I'm saying. Why do they
Hmm.
all look different? Why do they not all look just alike? We call
Hmm.
them all dogs, we call them all cats, but what makes them different? You know, with dogs you have
Mm,
Chihuahuas, you have Doberman Pinschers, you have Boxers, you have Pit Bulls, just a whole plethora. And then you have
mhm.
your mixed breeds, and same with cats. So,
Okay,
hmm
okay. So I think you've given a lot of information right here just for educators who are now working from home, or even when they get back to the classrooms. Well, some are
yeah,
probably still in the classroom. In some countries, they're not as affected by um, Rona right now.
yeah,
So they're actually still going about like their daily lives in some other countries, but
yeah,
many are like home at this time. So you've given them a lot to think about, suggestions
hmm
that they can probably
hmm
implement in their lessons
yeah.
and their activities with their students. So that's pretty cool.